So you might have seen runners doing these fancy high knee skips during the warm-up. It looks simple, right? Just a little rhythm, a little bounce, easy. Then 5 seconds in, you try it yourself. Your brain short circuits and your body forgets which arm and leg move at what time. Here's how to finally make the A-skip drill click for a distance runner with no drill experience, and all you need is one rail and 4 steps. This is why most runners get A-skips wrong and how to fix it. In this episode, I'll be going over what an A-skip actually is and why it matters with science to back all of this up, the 4-step pattern to unlock it, even if you've never done form drills before or have any sprint background, how to use a wall or rail to teach your body coordination, the biggest mistakes runners make and how to fix it, plus a free downloadable training plan to help you apply all of this in your own running life. I'm Darren D-Lake, run coach, biomechanics nerd, and former track runner that couldn't do A-skips when I first saw them. Now I use A-skips to help me run a sub 3-hour marathon and complete Ironman triathlons in 10 hours so that I can help 10,000 self-coach runners figure all this form drill stuff out 1% better each day. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the problem. Most runners, they skip A-skips, and not just in the warm-up, I mean skip them entirely. Why? Because they are way harder than they look, and no one breaks down the actual neuromuscular patterns. They just show a polished version of some 30-second Instagram reel, TikTok, YouTube short, etc., expecting you to just copy it like you're a movement photocopier. But for distance runners with zero track background, that's setting you up to fail. So here's some common beginner fails with A-skips and drills in particular. So they use their arms and legs in sync. So right arm and right leg move. And no one does that. You don't run with your right arm, right leg. It's always opposite. Right arm goes up, right leg goes back. When they do them, their knees stay low and their ankles flop if they can do them at all. Usually the rhythm's off, their timing's weird, everything just feels awkward. And because of that, it's super embarrassing. So they avoid it and just go, I'm not doing it. Why would I even do it? So a quick run science nerd break. What A-skips actually train in your body? So A-skips, they aren't just some show off drill. While they look cool, they train hip flexor coordination, ankle stiffness and elastic return, and fast ground contact, aka the holy trinity of running economy. This is all proper running science. Running form isn't natural. Natural doesn't mean optimal though. If this is left untrained, your body always chooses comfort over performance. Like at the end of a long run or race when you're super tired, you don't care. You just hunch over, you're running with really bad form because you don't care. I did a whole episode on form fatigue and how to avoid the end of race or end of long run form fatigue. Check that out up top or link below or in the show notes. But here's some science to back it up. Scientists in France discovered that elite runners spend about 150 to 200 milliseconds on the ground per step. So that's pro runners. That's the fast ones. That's faster than you actually blink. And here's the wild part. You can actually train this bounce with drills, not just running harder, which is the solution. Don't start with the full A-skip. So A-skips are one of many. There are many form drills and plyometrics that I'll hopefully go over through time and break them down slowly. But I feel like A-skips is a great start. And you don't want to start with the full A-skip. You want to break it into 4 simple parts. And you want to use a rail or a wall or a pillar to anchor the pattern. When you do this, try to have a mirror or reflective surface near you so you can see yourself. And if possible, help correct your form. So you're watching yourself. If you don't have that, because it is hard to do, just use a camera with a front camera on the front. So get a tripod with the front camera or prop it up and you can see yourself on the screen and or watch it back later. So let's walk through those 4 steps. But before we do, we got to fight the algorithm gods. If you made it this far, you are a real one and I appreciate you. All you got to do to support this, watch this to the end. This helps the algorithm YouTube do a lot of stuff. And if you haven't, you can subscribe. Please like this, hit that thumbs up. You can share the link out to a friend. Or if you're on YouTube or Spotify, please drop a comment and answer this question. Do you do A-skips? If so, was it easy to start with? If not, why don't you do them? Again, this helps self-coach runners like you find more of this. So back to the 4 steps. Step 1, learn the 4 movements separately. One hand on the rail, the other side does the work. This step is broken into 4 subparts. So part A is hop and ankle snap, B is arm drive, C is knee drive, and D is reset. We will focus on one leg / one side at a time. Again, please use that rail, wall, or pillar on the one hand. Your rail hand stays still, your free arm and leg do all the work. And I'll be showing you all of this stuff on the screen if I haven't already. After doing each side, turn around 180 degrees like that to work on the other side. So you're going to work on one side and then turn around, work on the other side. And that means that the camera or the mirror, you can still see yourself. Step A, hop and ankle snap is what we'll call this. So start out with your weight opposite the rail. Then shift your weight to the leg facing the rail by doing a small hop in place, almost like you're about to go. As you hop, snap your ankle down like you're scraping gum off your shoe. So it's like a hop and then snap up. You want to cue hop and snap. Again, you have your weight on the leg opposite the rail. You do a hop to the left, and then you snap up the leg that's opposite the rail. And again, you want to do that whole scraping gum off your shoe. You want to get a bit of a clawing sound in there. That's how you know that you're actually doing it right. And that clawing sound will become a cue and a rhythm that everything's going exactly how it should. But here's the thing, knowing these 4 steps is only half the battle. The real question is, how do you actually program this into your training without overdoing it or underdoing it? That's exactly why I created a free 30-day A-Skip and form drill plan. It tells you when to do each drill, how many reps, and how to progress them without overdoing it. Get the free download at the QR code somewhere around here, link below, or link in the show notes of your podcast player if you're listening. Bonus, you'll also get a sneak peek at something deeper than I'm building. We're all busy runners. We all got lives. You need a practical way to implement this without overthinking. Arm drive, down and back. As you hop and snap, drive your free arm down and back like you're elbowing someone behind you. Keep your arm tight to your side. Don't swing across your body. So just up and then down as you're bringing it back. Snap the foot and drive the arm. Remember, the opposite arm goes back when the opposite leg goes up. They should not go up and down at the same time. Step C, knee drive up. So while your arm drives back, lift the opposite knee up. So we are still, the opposite knee of the rail goes up as your knee drives back and you make that clawing, skipping sound after the hop. Stop when your thigh is flat. We want 90 degrees, knee at hip height. So try to get your knee all the way up. You should be able to do that. If not, do some stretching, dynamic stretching, leg swings. You can do some strength work to get up there. You don't need to get there right now, the highest you can go comfortably, and keep your foot flexed, toes up. It's called dorsal flexion. And you want to cue knee up, foot flexed. This is after the arm drive. For step 3, moving into step D, the reset. So down and up. Let the knee drop straight down under your hip. At the same time, reset your arm by bringing it back up. Then go again for step 1 and repeat. So let's cue this, called drop and reset. So the full sequence summary is hop and snap, arm drive, knee up, reset. Again, hop, snap, arm back, knee up, drop, and reset. Think about that many, many times. This is the regression of everything. I'll go through and we can progress it and then take things away and move forward. Now repeat by turning around. Again, 180 degrees. You just want to flip. And then you can see yourself in the mirror or the camera, and you're just working the opposite side. Okay, this is step 2, assisted A-skip. Still holding the rail. Now connect the 4 steps. Start slow. Let the pattern shape the rhythm. Then the rhythm comes last. Focus on getting it right before you add speed or movement or power, etc. Step 3, free A-skip. Now we're going to let go of the rail. Same pattern, now with rhythm. We're just going to do one side. We're not even going to do both sides. One side still. Do it in place to fully understand it. No need to move. We don't need to move forward. Once you get that, then you can do 2 by 20 meters very slowly. And to help with the forward movement, just lean forward a tiny bit with your top half of your body after higher than your hips to get momentum. You're not running. Focus on light ground contact, not height. We just want to make sure we're getting our leg up to that 90 degree or as close as you can comfortably. And also remember, you're not bounding like a deer. You're bouncing. We're actually bouncing and doing that really snappy sort of movement that the pros do to get the elastic recoil. Gonna add some kind of physics and science in there, which is exactly what you need. It's like free energy. If you can get elastic recoil, you can go forward with the least amount of energy because you're springing up. Think clean rhythm, not higher. Run science nerd break number 2, why all of this works. So the goal is to train elastic return, as I just said, or elastic recoil, some people say, through the ankle and hip, not power or height. We're not forcing this. We're not powering through all this. It's just happening naturally, expressively. Think of it like rehearsing one frame of your stride slowly and precisely, just working on one line. If you're in a play on Broadway, you're just working on one line over and over and over again, or you're on a guitar, you're just working on that one kind of part, that 3-second part over and over again before you move on to the next one. So German biomechanic nerds found that runners with springier ankles use 5 to 7% less energy at the same pace. Think of A-skips as turning your ankles into pogo sticks, which I'll talk about pogos in a future episode on how to do them, etc. But think of your ankles as pogo sticks. More bounce, less work, same speed. So boing, boing, boing. On to step 4. Beginner weekly plan. Here's how to actually use this. So it's a bit of a teaser of the full training plan that I'll get you on that download. But you want to start with 2 to 3 rounds per session. We are only focusing on A-skips, so this should take 3 to 5 minutes total. Use this as a warm-up before you run. I'd say warm up, like run in place or something, jog, do some stairs or something, whatever, for about 2 to 3 minutes before you do this, just so you're a bit warm. But you can just use this as a warm-up if you're feeling good. You can literally do this and then start running. So all you need is 3 to 5 minutes to do this per run. I actually highly suggest you do these form drills once you get used to them to prime your nervous system before you actually run. Train this 1 time per week for 2 weeks, and then 2 times per week. I just ended at 2 times per week. If you want to do 3 times a week, that's fine, but do that for later. Each round is step 1, drills. Step 2, assisted skips with the rail. Step 3, free skips, no rail. And then when you get 7 or 8 out of the 10 reps, they feel good, they look clean, you can drop that rail and then go outside. Give yourself 4 to 6 weeks to really figure this out and record it every week to see your progress and put it side by side, the recordings, and go, okay, I'm doing better. Or again, if you have a mirror or reflective surface. And once you get really good, you can start looking to speed things up and getting extra pro looking. And add a double bounce in each leg, followed by a quick switch to the other leg. This looks easy, but it's really hard to get the rhythm of. Then add a triple bounce once you get that double. It also acts like a fun plyometric workout too. It's not easy. You will be out of breath. Some common errors and traps that runners make. So there's a couple of them. We got the problem. Their knee is too low. The fix, repeat the knee drill part. You really want to drill that in and try to get your knee up, or do some mobility work, light dynamic stretching of your hips, open them up, or you want to do some hip strength work, deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats, lunges. I actually do an episode on that up here. 5 body weight strength training that you can start up with for runners, or below in the link in the show notes. Another problem is foot slaps the ground. Do more ankle snaps and keep foot pointed up, aka dorsal flexion. Another problem, arms cross midline. So you want to cue, the fix for that is to cue your elbow back, head up, neck hanging like a Christmas tree ornament. The 4th problem, off balance. Use the rail, slow it down, regress it back. If you try to go without the rail and you see it's not working, go back to the rail for as long as you need to. And last problem, if you have pain or discomfort in your hips or somewhere, stop. Regress it all the way back to the first step, step 1. Never force it, or go and see a running or sports-specific physical therapist to help you, because if you can't do these, that actually is a symptom of a bigger problem, most likely, that I will not be able to fix on the internet, on a YouTube video. You need to go to a specialist to treat you. The one thing that you need is belief in why all this matters. So once you can A-skip with control, everything in your stride improves. Your hip flexors fire faster, your ankles snap back quicker, your rhythm smooths out, and you run with less energy faster. But here's a secret. This one drill builds speed without needing to run faster. And remember, belief is the foundation that makes all this work. So when you genuinely believe in the process and trust these movements are rewiring your running brain, got to get that brain right, your body follows suit with measurable improvements. I dive deeper into how belief drives physical performance in my upcoming book, The 1% Better Runner, where I show you how small technical improvements compound into massive results over a lifetime. Make sure you stick around and subscribe so I can get you that when it comes out. Again, if you want to implement all this right now, go to get that free download training plan and quick start guide, QR code here, or link below, or link in the show notes. And as a bonus, you'll sign up for my weekly 5 minutes or less email newsletter that goes deep on topics like VO2 max, strides, threshold, and we have a bit of fun, or I have a bit of fun in there, because running is fun. But A-skips, they're a bit advanced. If you want to learn the 4 basic form drills that I use all the time to keep my running form proper, check out the episode here, or hit the link below, or in the show notes of your podcast player. Peace.